Hello, you're joining me, Krista, here at the Comfort Inn Suites in Columbus, where I relaxed following yesterday's Ohio Amphibians Conference. However, I am not here to post a review of the most luxurious and excellent accommodations here at the Comfort Inn Suites, but rather to provide a preface to yesterday's video on Dungeons & Dragons. I had some further thoughts and thought that I should really tack this on to the beginning to explain my point and purpose for yesterday's rambling video. Essentially, my point is that I have long been considering starting up a campaign that is different. The reasons for this are myriad, but chief among them is the fact that I have been taking a lot of flack for my somewhat unorthodox attitude during our weekly Dungeons & Dragons games. And I've been wondering if there's anyone out there who feels that a campaign such as that which I have in mind might be of interest. So allow me first to plead my case. First of all, for those of you who have not played before, Dungeons & Dragons is a world, or indeed many worlds, populated by beings from mythology and folklore, and, of course, many novel creatures as well. So, some examples of the classic races, of course, include dwarves and elves and the like, gnomes, and so on. There are also many other races and beings that you can find in this world. So, an average adventure in Dungeons & Dragons is sure to encounter many interesting creatures, such as manticores and kobolds, griffins, hippogriffs, centaurs, fauns, nagas, lizard folk, and my personal favorite, driders. Driders happen to be cursed dark elves who have the lower body of a spider. Now, in the game Dungeons & Dragons, it is understood that you are adventurers. You move through a world and you encounter various perils. Many of these beings, which I have previously mentioned, are of the mind to try to eat you. Certainly, most of the beastly ones are going to attempt to make you their supper. Others are simply considered evil beings with whom there can be no reasoning. One example might be a lich, which would be an undead wizard who has managed to sustain their life, as it were, into undeath by use of evil magics. So there are many instances where friend making is simply not appropriate. But I consider this to be something of a tragedy, and I truly feel that there ought to be more opportunity in Dungeons & Dragons for one to tame the beast, as it were, to get to know the dragon or the sphinx, or to indeed strike up a relationship with the local lizard folk or bugbear tribe. Within reason. But I definitely don't see how simply killing everything that comes across one's path really does justice to the rich, deep, complex mythologies and bestiaries of these amazing worlds. I mean, if I were to suddenly be transported to one of these magical places, I would have to say that killing things would really not be on my bucket list, but I would certainly want to get to know many of the magical beings and creatures that I have previously described. So, I have had in mind introducing a campaign where diplomacy is key. And I do that quite a bit with the campaign that I do run. It happens to be for kids, so my other goals sort of take a back seat to my developing and running a game that works for children. But I would use many of the same principles where you do encounter different creatures such as talpids, a race of mole men, or locathas, which are fishmen, and negotiation with them would be a major part of the encounter. And I would like to introduce maybe an ethical framework more like what we would have in our world, where if you come in contact with some other beings, your first impulse would not necessarily be to kill them, and indeed, if you were to do so, you would consider that an unfortunate consequence of a diplomatic effort gone wrong. I would like to see a game where you specifically go into the wilds and study the different magical beings. I think that that would be amazing if you were sort of like a medieval researcher of griffins or of dragons or even of basilisks and attempted to get close enough to them within the realm of safety in order to have various findings of their behavior and their lifestyle and natural history and so on. And again, it would not be a game without perils. Clearly there would be perils, so it would still be exciting, but it would be exciting without essentially just being a murder fest. Because again, I understand that if things are trying to eat you, you're going to defend yourself, but I just feel it would be so much more interesting and richer if, well, instead of rushing for the sword, we perhaps tried to understand the creatures a little better. So if you happen to think this idea sounds interesting at all, watch on as I babble further and let me know in the comments if you would perhaps like to take part in such an adventure. Thanks for watching.